for the people to come into the live stream. Oh. Just gonna wait a little bit. Municipal Waste Thrash or Trash. That's a good title. Just gonna get some people watching. Now, flow me the money. You know, let's say, fucking Ricky. My neck is fucked. And when I say my neck's fucked, fucked. Completely just fucked. What's up? You were the first person. You have the fucking privilege to say anything for the... Oh, yeah. You also reminded me I need to put it on live chat so I see potentially offensive messages. Half a liter of fucking vanilla Coke that you only fucking find in goddamn Stockholm apparently because they don't sell it where I live. Half liter fucking vanilla Coke. They barely even sell the normal vanilla Coke where I fucking live, to be fucking honest. But yeah. Oh. Need to get my... I haven't even checked my trophy yet. Oh, nice. Does look cool. I'm gonna talk about that a little later though, because you know, stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I could go into a little because some people are maybe watching back, and a Lapolic mic, because you know, this is like the aftermath. This is like my way of reviewing the show essentially. I can talk about schizophrenia because that's pretty easy to talk about. Nothing really special happened. Schizophrenia is like, you can tell they're doing like the young people death metal thing. It's like, yeah, it's cool. It's modern, like old. It's like the modern death metal in the vein of old school, but it's like, it's cool. It's a good listen. But I think I would like if the riff writing was still a little unique. Because like, for example, I don't need to toot my own horn, but I mean, I write old school sounding death metal, but I try to write my own songs, you know, it kind of sounds more just like, oh, we are influenced by Morbid Angel, let's write like them. But it's like, as a live band, they're fucking really good. Their drummer is a fucking absolute blaster of a motherfucker. He blasts like there's no tomorrow. Good at blasting, good at the double kicks and shit, you know. Drummer, schizophrenia, hey. Just disappointed that they're... Oh, man. I know it's not really a poser thing, but when you're watching a death metal band and they're giving you the option of Slayer and Morbid Angel, and you're not going to pick Morbid Angel, because I know what their cover of Morbid Angel is. That's Chapel of Ghouls. I could have heard them play Chapel of Ghouls, but they listened to some yo-yo in the crowd, which told them to play fucking Slayer, which I like Slayer, but I would have rather heard Chapel of Ghouls. Slayer got nothing on my Chapel of Ghouls. Chapel of Ghouls is one of my fucking favorite songs of all time. It's like easily in my top 10. Yeah, definitely. So it's just like, oh, whatever. Not Necropedophile, they didn't play that one, because they're not Cannibal Corpse, and Cannibal Corpse doesn't even play that one. Probably because they can't play it. Just reality. I mean, fucking drummer sloppy. It's just fact. But he still has the tightness on his hands, like I said yesterday in a stream. So he kind of makes up for it again. It's just, yeah, he has tight hands, but he needs to smoothen up his little feet a little bit. I mean, some of it's like concerning because it's like not that fast triplet stuff like in Blood Blind, like the... I'm not great at drums, but even those kicks are like just a little bit. If I practiced properly, I would be able to play it like any. What the hell is this? Oh, that's this little door here. Did you notice that there's a door here that goes nowhere? That's just this hotel. They have a door that goes nowhere. I actually know it goes nowhere because there's a massive hole in the fucking wall back after, and unless there's someone sleeping in there, they must have gotten really fucking scared if that's the case. I just hearing this. I hope that's not fucking linked to another hotel room for sure. So that would be fucked. Fucking, they're gonna think there's fucking a haunting over there. But aside from that, Schizophrenia was fucking good. You know, they killed it. It's just at some points it's kind of difficult to tell what's going on in terms of like clarity because of it, one amp being really loud and the other one being kind of quiet. So the guy who did most of the leads, you didn't hear him too much, but it was fine in the sense that it was just enjoyable. Just you felt. I like when I feel the kick drums, but that's just the typical triggers. Man. Then you got Immolation, the second opener. If I had to pick, it would have been Immolation. Oh, and no Schizophrenia, but honestly, it could have gone either way. Because Immolation was just fucking. They kicked ass, man. They didn't play many of the songs that I would have liked to hear again. I want to hear like Unholy Cold, Failures for Gods, and stuff like that, like Christ's Cage. If you ever see them play that song, consider your fucking self lucky as a cunt. But I think they played Father, You're Not a Father, which is actually funny enough, because I had a video that I scrapped where I said, like, oh, they're going to play Follow Jesus. I wish they would play fucking Father, You're Not a Father. But they're not going to play that one, because it's, whatever. And then they actually go on and look, and that's actually what's on the set list. They didn't play Follow Jesus for once. They played Father, You're Not a Father. I was like, damn, I actually said that and then got that song that I wish that they would have played. They actually played Father, You're Not a Father. I wanted them to play that. And then they ended the set with fucking... they end the set with Into Everlasting Fire, which is good. Good song. I lost it to that one. Just really enjoyable track overall. Just there's a complete blasting. That's like what I miss a little bit as well. Acts of God's really good, but it's just like with the albums like Harnessing Ruin, it just doesn't have that same punch, in my opinion, as Into Everlasting Fire from the debut. But Immolation was just overall cool. The guitarist on our side kind of looked bored. Like the guitarist that isn't the baldy, I forget his name because I'm not really good at remembering right now. Fuck is his name? Not the bald guitarist, the other guitarist. He looked bored. He looked like he would rather be anywhere else. I mean, he put on a great performance, but the other guitarist, that's not the bald one. I know someone can correct me in Immolation. So the bald guitarist in Immolation, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the other one with like curly hair. He looked like he would rather be anywhere else. But again, he put on a great performance on the guitar. It just doesn't. It looks like this all the time. Straight faced, like. I mean, it doesn't hurt to put a little bit of emotion. Then you got the guy over on the other side of the stage, fucking the bald guitarist. He's fucking going, fucking flinging his guitar around. You think it. I mean, by the way, he's fucking flinging his guitar around. You think it's gonna fucking fly off his guitar strap and fucking into the crowd and fucking hit someone in the face when you're watching that guy playing Immolation. And then Ross Dolan. He was headbanging more than anyone else. I mean, maybe not than the other guy, but Ross Dolan fucking headbang. Fucking he was putting on the show. He was there to put on the show. I appreciate that guy. He was fucking awesome. Just putting on the show, doing everything he could to fucking rip those bass lines. And the drummer, yeah, I mean, he fucking blasted an entire set of Immolation songs. So obviously he did good. Into Everlasting Fire was a really good one, especially for his like technique. You can hear that he can clearly play the old stuff. It's just a shame that they kind of focus on the newer ones, like Kingdom of Conspiracy. They focus on that and forwards, and it's okay. I mean, that's at least a good album, unlike Harnessing Ruin, which I just think snoots central. That album don't get me like this on the neck. But surprisingly enough, my neck is not like this because of either of those two bands, Schizophrenia and Immolation. Immolation was fucking awesome. I was there for I came for Immolation. I got Immolation. And Immolation performed, and they performed well. I'm not complaining about the guy looking bored. It's just funny that he's playing in this fucking super intense death metal with super hard riffs, complex fucking shit going on. And he's just like, just straight facing it. Like, how do you not, fucking put it in a little, like, it's just hard for me to manage. Because when I play shit like that, I'm like, always trying to, it doesn't, that's not even like a forced reaction. It's just my natural reaction to fucking playing stuff in general. Like, if I'm playing fucking do-do-do-do-do-do-do, I'm not going to try that, but the Freebird solo, I'm going to be like, I'm going to fucking get into it, But that's just me. I like to put on a fucking performance if I fucking play on guitar. But even when I'm playing for myself, I'll fucking put on a performance. But, oh yeah, I've literally done that before. Literally just stood, like, in the mirror and just played and fucking headbang like that with a guitar strap on. Just fucking looking at myself headbanging when I'm playing guitar. It's like, oh yeah, look at that guy headbanging. But that's just shit you do when you're all alone, Making sure there's... Okay. All the chats are clear. Because sometimes that fucking chat fucking glitches out so I don't see anyone. So it would be nice to, know. But, yeah, overall, that was just really cool. So far, it's 10 out of 10, All things considered, 10 out of 10. But then it kicks into Municipal Waste, and I thought 10 out of 10 was already good enough. 10 out of 10 was not good enough. Oh boy. Like, people didn't really love Immolation because they're all kind of deathcore listening posers. I'm not against those people. They paid the ticket, so Immolation's still getting paid. Jokes on them, even if they don't like them so much. That's fine by me. They're paying the ticket, brah. So that's fine by me. Pay the fucking real acts. That's cool. As long as you fucking, support the fucking shit you're actually into. Not a poser. I'm just saying that it's the deathcore listening crowd. They just happen to like Cannibal Corpse because it's the big band. And, Municipal Waste, they like them too. Because they're also like a big popular band as well, Not as popular. They're not even close to as popular as Cannibal. Like, in Municipal Waste, I wouldn't be surprised if you compare, like, monthly listeners to Spotify. It's not even half of Cannibal's. Cannibal has, like, 600,000 something, maybe even more, or less. Maybe depends on how the hype has gone up or down. And the Municipal Waste, like, 200-300 or something. Cannibal Corpse is a fucking massive force. I don't know how they fucking keep staying relevant. I mean, they gotta be doing something right in terms of death metal. I know it's like the only thing that was wimped down, really, like, if you really want to be fucking realistic here, was the production. You can't argue the riffing, vocals, drumming, everything about that is still the same. It's still brutal fucking death metal. And it is brutal death metal. It's not fucking just straight. That is not standard death metal. That's brutal death metal. Standard death metal, that's 7 churches. That is death metal. Morbid Angel, Altars of Madness, that's death metal. That's just straight death metal. Deicide is when you start to delve into the brutal shit, But then, it goes on and on. But it kicks into fucking Municipal Waste. And I mean, already, I wasn't sure if I was gonna regret it, but I already, before it would. Okay, put it like this: when a band steps on stage, I always yell, yeah, just to pump them up, because I'm there. I paid to be there. I paid them to see them play, so I'm gonna scream at them in hopes that they're like, oh yeah, these homeboys like us, and then they play amazing show. They play an amazing show, and then they win me over. And fuck, man, did they ever? Holy shit, I'm about to go listen to some goddamn Municipal Waste when I'm home. Maybe even on the way home, I'll download an album or two on a fucking playlist and fucking maybe even buy fucking vinyl in the future. But because they even just from the first, literally the first, they had all they had to do was play one song, Municipal Waste. Boom, like that is, oh yep, that there you go, that right there. So already to answer the title, Municipal Waste, Thrash or Trash, I say Thrash. I mean, I was going into it knowing that, I never knew it as something I disliked before. I always thought it was just good thrash, because I never really disliked party thrash. I think even one of my favorite thrash bands, that was like my first, that was really passionate for me, Cry6. They're technically a party thrash band, because they sing about mosh, thrash. They sing about thrash, because they literally have a song called Ultra Thrash, which is my favorite song by Cry6. And they sing about, like, I don't know if they sing about posters, but that's like what I think they might do. They might think about something like, oh, you better be fucking ready for this metal shit, whatever. So I never took myself to be someone who was too serious for party thrash, right? Enter fucking Municipal Waste, fucking, they play more songs and just fucking, you look at the drummer and you don't think that it's that's what's gonna happen. But this guy's going fucking high BPM fucking, thrash beats. It's the Slayer beat, but it's like fucking insanely fast. I'm just like, fucking shit. This drummer's fucking insane. And then the guitarist, he was shredding those leads, fucking shredding like a motherfucker. And they're like free vocalists as well. And the vocalist is actually a bass player. No. I'm thinking of Schizophrenia. But they do all kind of sing a little bit, except for the one guitarist who shreds the leads. That was closest to me, because I was on the right side of the stage, was here for me, because that's how perspective works. For you, it's over here. No, wait, this is the... Yeah, but for you, it would be over here if you were looking at me from the stage. So... Actually... No, it would be over here if you were looking like that. It would be over here if you were looking at me on the stage. And this is where it would be for me. What the hell am I thinking? I am not even drunk. I want to get drunk. I'm going to get drunk. That is completely out of the question. I'm just chilling out my neck a little bit. And then drinking some vanilla Coke before I get drunk. Just, ease up the nerves a little bit. But dude, Municipal Waste is probably why my fucking neck started on the progress for this. In terms of what happened for my neck to be fucked in the ass this badly as it became. But I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, fuck. Well, I'm forgetting the biggest part. So when Municipal Waste starts playing, I was like, people might like this band more because it's more accessible, right? And it's more like that thrash party fucking let's fucking mosh music. Oh boy, did they mosh. I think there's a record. I filmed it multiple times. It happened during Cannibal as well. But this was the first time in that venue I've seen crowd surfing. And that was the most crowd surfing I've seen in any show. There was crowd surfing on crowd surfing on crowd surfing throughout the entire Municipal Waste fucking set. There was fucking moshing stage down and flatbreads flying everywhere. Fucking crowd went wild for fucking Municipal Waste. But hey, I did too. My fucking headbanging came to fucking extreme there, and I dialed it up to 10. And then I just realized that fuck yeah, this is my kind of homie. This is my kind of jams right here. So in the middle of the show, pretty much in the middle, it was maybe like 4 songs left or free. The guitarist who had played with this guitar pick for a little while threw it, and I caught it. Oh, there's the camera. I caught the Municipal Waste guitar pick. It's actually got a pretty cool logo on the back. I know it's MW, but actually, if you ignore the fact that it's 2 letters, and once like that, it looks like its own thing. It looks like a fucking. It kind of gives Green Lantern vibes, and also what's up, Mister Insanity, Inhumanity Reborn. Maybe you should call yourself. But doesn't that give you like Green Lantern fucking vibes? That the way it just looks. And it's just the Tortex, whatever the fuck. I can't read. Neil Peart. I didn't know he played guitar, but got the Municipal Waste guitar pick, which obviously amplified my. Was there a lot of people? It was fucking, dude. At first, you were like, because I was at the very right side of like where you would stand in the front row. Because I'm always a front row guy. If I have to fight to get front row, I'm gonna do it. Maybe not that harsh, but like at first it was like calm, but at some point you could just feel them, like if I'm standing here, the mosh pit over there, I could feel it over here, which was like 10 meters away or something. There was a lot. It was a sold out show actually. They literally sold out the show in like weeks. So the show actually sold out pretty much fucking immediately for Cannibal, and it's just cool because with all the fucking crowd surfing and moshing, like that was just insanity. And welcome Timmy No Nuts, because I can tell this again now. I caught the goddamn guitar pick of the guitarist who shreds the leads, and they have a cool logo, but it kind of gives me Green Lantern vibes on this little logo on the back, Just looks like the Green Lantern there. But I don't even fucking like superheroes. I fucking despise it. Don't tell that to Barry, that Goat Mellow show, but I can't stand superhero movies. I can't fucking stand it. I like the real roughness and toughness. I didn't play with Barbie dolls when I was growing up. But yeah, that was so. You'd have to probably pay me to find a show with more crowd surfing than that show. So yeah, Cannibal kicks in, and dude, I gotta say they sounded better this time as a 4-piece because you didn't have Eric Rutan's amp directly ear raping you. Like, cause let's be fair, Eric Rutan, he's done this for so many years. His fucking hearing, I don't know if it's the best or if he just loves to crank his shit, even though he probably has in-ears. But he cranks his fucking shit. Whatever it is, he can have the best hearing in the world. He can take care. He's taken care of it for all these years since the fucking 80s, when he started. But he likes to crank his fucking shit. And he probably likes to crank his shit like that too. For all I fucking care. But that guy fucking cranks his amp, so. But they actually set it up so that you would hear Rob Barrett's guitar on this side, even though he's over there. So that's cool. They actually set it up so that both cabinets were playing his guitar sound, which is, obviously they're gonna do that. They split the signal, right? And it overall just fucking sounded really good. Cannibal, I could hear everything this time. Maybe it's just a one-time thing as well. Like Eric Rutan, I don't think he was the one cranking his own amp. There was probably some other dude who should have been slapped across the face with a massive dildo. 20-incher black dildo, in case you happen to give a fuck. That's the one he should have been slapped across the face with. Any less or any different skin tone, he wouldn't have gotten a point across to himself. Split bass and guitar. Yeah, shit happens all the time. That man, when you can hear you can hear the guitar, but then you can't really hear the bass. The bass is almost never audible. Like I could hear the bass in like the important bass parts of Cannibal's set, but at other times it just sounds like, but it sounded good still, you know. And for the most part, because I am a front row motherfucker, the kicks were kind of drowned out, the triggers, but you still hear when it's going, you know, like the, you know, the thrash beat, which is more like the death metal beat in this sense, the way he plays it. So you hear it, it's audible, it's there, you hear it, it sounds good. I mean, is there anything negative? I can't even say anything negative about the show overall. Like, I'm just saying, like, with the whole immolation guitarist, the curly hair guy, he looks a little bit bored. And schizophrenia, they just sound like basic modern death metal in the vein of old school death metal. You know, we just love Morbid Angel. We're gonna play exactly like that. You know, that's what they did, and that's what happened. You know, it's good death metal. I would listen to an album. I would stream it. I would probably even buy a fucking. No, that's a completely different city down south. So that they were in. They actually live in the same like county, the county of Sweden called Uppsala that Stockholm is in. But they were not at this show. I just don't think because they also have their own band. So I don't know if this is when they're actually playing their own show. No, I think that was the 10th of October or something. They're playing a show in their own town. I'm not gonna be able to go in case you don't give a fuck. But yeah, the show was great. The funny thing is, I got what I wanted. I got at least one reaction because I was grabbing Corpse Grinder's nutsack for reactions, just because you know that's the highlight. Corpse Grinder is the highlight of a Cannibal Corpse show. I don't give a fuck what you say or what you think. Sure, you can be like seeing fucking Alex Webster play the fucking like this with his fucking fingers on the bass. Yeah, it's fucking awesome, obviously, and also. The entire time you can see like a sweat drop hanging from his shoulder, and it just keeps like he was sweating like fucking turds this show. He was sweating like a motherfucker. But so what it was the last one, right? You know, he does the thing like, oh, this is the last song, and everyone goes, boo. It's like, oh, do you want one more? Yeah. That was pathetic. And then, you know, they go again. Yeah. And then, you know, he's like, out of my kindness, I've decided that this is still gonna be the last song, you know. And then he plays Strip, Raped, and Strangled. And that's right. For me, I'm gonna include the clip in my vlog. I recorded it. You can tell that I was thinking of recording the song, but I fucking just realized that there's nothing else I want to do more right now when Strip, Rape, and Strangle is being played live before me by these gentlemen than fucking headbang my ass out and scream the lyrics on the top of my lungs. I did use my growling technique, actually. It's just I did it very improperly, so I damaged my voice. You know, so everything know who I am. You know, fucking, you know, those, all they know is I love to kill. Face down, dead on the ground. So you see that my fucking phone's like flying like this, fucking on the camera, and then I just fucking end the recording. I'm gonna keep it in because I recorded Hammer Smash Face because they were like, okay, are you ready for one more song? You know, because the Hammer Smash Face. So everyone says, yeah, and I screamed, that was pathetic. And then the Corpse Grinder heard it and just looked at me, you're right, that was pathetic. I was like so fucking, that was like, yeah, that's it right there. It was an 11 out of 10, that was a fucking 13 out of 10 show. Just, it's like, you're right, that was pathetic. It's just fucking yell at the crowd. It's fucking awesome. And then they play fucking Hammer Smash Face, and I fucking, you know, I think I recorded that even. I hope I got that on recording, because I know I recorded Hammer Smash Face. And literally, once the Hammer Smash Face is over, shut off the recording, fucking out of there, and back to the hotel. Because you know what? What time is it? 11:46, right? The show stopped at like 11-ish, like 11:01 maybe, and then at 11:07 I was out of the venue. Yeah, let's just say it ended at 11, right? And I was outside already by 11:07, right? And walking home, and I've been talking for 30 minutes, and I walked home for like 10 minutes. Yeah, because I was speed walking, power walking, just going really fast home to the hotel. Not home. I'm going home tomorrow. Back to my humble abode. Looking forward to that. It's Saturday tomorrow, and I'm gonna be fucking knocked out on a Saturday, which is fine by me. I mean, fuck, I've been through worse, and in fact, I think nothing's gonna top the soreness I had after the Dismember concert in 2022, because it was a festival, so there's a bunch of bands playing. Whew. I hope I never have to go to a festival to see Dismember again. I want to see Dismember a second time. I wish I would have seen them a second time before Cannibal Corpse. That's why I literally, kick Dismember. And I used to be, like that, But yeah, so I'm home, and oh my god, have you been listening? I think I even said that when you joined. I got the guitar pick. That should be enough. But yes, I'll repeat it for the Darren Headlights Dick and Mouse who just entered the fucking stream. Municipal Waste. I cheered them on when he walked on stage, even though I knew nothing about how they were gonna be. And then they play one song, and I'm already fucking, right on. I never was against Party Thrash, because one of my favorite thrash bands, that was like literally the first thrash band I really got into. Not just like, I like Slayer, Raining Blood, Chemical Warfare, and War Ensemble, Angel of Death. It was more like songs, with Raining Blood and all that stuff. Just full albums, that wasn't really my thing yet when I was into Slayer. That was just stupid kiddo shit. I admit, that's fucking stupid. I should have already gone into their albums and stuff. But Chrysix from Spain, they're kind of a party thrash band, so I'm never against it. They kind of sing about thrash, moshing, and posers or whatever, just literally have a song called Ultra Thrash. So, and that's one of my favorites still, just in terms of just going back. If I listen to it now, I'm just yeah. But yeah, the drummer was fucking insane. The guitarist on my side of the stage, she's fucking shredded like a motherfucker. The other guy could shred too. It's just a little more quiet because he's on the other side of the stage. But for some reason, that guy, when he shredded, it was a lot more easy to hear than when the guy in Schizophrenia was shredding on that side of the stage. So I don't know what was going on with that. But Municipal Waste got fucking 2 thumbs up because they started the show really good, won me over. Like, okay, I can get into this, right? And then they just start fucking, making the show completely just insane. And the vocalist was hyping everyone up, and there was so much crowd surfing and moshing to fucking that band. I think everyone was already tired by the time fucking Cannibal Corpse came on, but they had to find some fucking energy within them to fucking keep moshing for fucking Cannibal Corpse after fucking Municipal Waste, because that was, dude, it was like at some point there was like the security guards almost didn't have enough time to grab the people that were crowd surfing because of how hot they were coming in when it was like one of the last songs the Municipal played. So hey, I mean, I'm probably gonna finish Christian's discography and then fucking throw on some Municipal Waste, probably even buy some physicals in the future. And what that means is probably vinyl, because it's not like I hate CD, but I can't stand it in the sense that CD's cool. If that's what I have to get, I'll get it. Like, I don't hate CD. I like CD, but I love vinyl. I don't love CD in the same. Like, I love it, but it's like I don't. It's not even on the same. It's not even comparable to vinyl. Like, it's not even the same thing. And it's not even the same experience, even, because the vinyl is completely different. It's CD, you can just skip on a player anyway. Vinyl, you can. I mean, I've literally played one song that's in the middle of a vinyl before. I've done it. It's you have to be fucking pinpointing with the fucking needle, but it's possible. And once you get good at like looking at the needle and eyeing that shit with your eye, it gets pretty easy to do. But yeah, I'm a vinyl guy really, but CD is just that I don't have a CD player, so I'm probably impartial to that. In fact, I kind of want a CD player that has the cassette, like a complete boombox type thing. But those are expensive, so I'll probably have to go for just a digital CD player, just the good enough system to where you have the low end or where it sounds, so I can play the intestine ball. Listen, intestine ball, listen, just getting the vinyl of that stuff is forget about it. I might be able to get the first album on vinyl, but on Discogs. But the other two, I mean, I already own Ultimate Instinct, so I don't have to worry about that one. But the second album, I'm definitely gonna have to get a CD of that one because that's just reality. Because I think a lot of the sellers are either in Asia or USA, and you get fucked in the ass by a bunch of import fees when you order outside of EU. So that's just not an option for me. And it's outside of the EU and not outside of Europe. So don't get that confused. You can't order, for example, if I order a CD from Switzerland, they are not in the EU apparently. I found this out the hard way. I was fucked in the ass by toll fee. I was like, what the fuck do you mean? Fucking, they're in Europe. But Europe does not mean the EU apparently. It's easy to make the fucking confusion, but I mean, technically fucking Turkey is in Europe. But it's, towards the Middle East more so. But I don't know, I kind of just want to finish my vanilla Coke and crank some shitty tunes. Because what's going to happen is I would listen to metal. Right now, I would be totally down to crank some Dismember, but the thing is, TV don't work. My headphones are fucky, so I have to fucking push to get the fucking sound to actually play properly and not be like weird, because the cable is all fucky. So I don't want to really deal with that now when I'm trying to sit back and have a good time, I'll deal with that tomorrow on the bus on the way home, because that's when I listen. And the only music that sounds good for speakers are complete canoe music. Metal does not sound good for phone speakers. Trust me. I'm not putting on Neil Obliviscaris, because that's like one of those bands. You need headphones if you're listening on your phone. And like, really anything metal, you need headphones to enjoy. I can enjoy like canoe music without headphones and just playing on raw dog fucking phone speaker. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to listen to some poster canoe music. But hey, at least I know the real shit. I know the deceased. What do you mean? Does your buddy know deceased? And that's this. Deer in headlights, dick in the mouth, So, unless anyone has any other questions really about anything in the show, I think that has really... Oh! Not even our fucking competition, dude. Incantation all day, every day, twice on fucking Sunday. Dude, that's a really good question. And I'm gonna answer this why. The sound was infinitely better at Incantation. The sound was fucking perfect and locked in at Incantation. I know in the video it might not come across in the same thing, but in person that was like 10 out of 10 fucking 11, 666 out of 666 fucking live sound. And Incantation, I love Incantation way more than I love Cannibal Corpse. They're higher on my favorite bands list. Not because I don't like... I mean, do I love every single Cannibal Corpse? I don't know. I don't think the Gore Obsession would be probably the one album I don't love. But the rest I probably love, actually, if I have to think about it, because Gore Obsession is the only one that's kind of like fallen under my radar in the sense like, okay, that was kind of just because Evisceration Play, that's an album most people call filler, right? I love that album. I mean, fucking most people just say, oh, this is a good title track, and the rest is just yeah. But I like the rest too because it's like that. They have more of that chug 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 shit, which when Cannibal Corpse does it, it's cool. When because they don't do chug chug chug, and it's fucking gay deathcore drums behind it. It's not that. It's chug 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 chug. It's fucking fucking caveman beats behind it. That's just better. But Incantation for me is like every album is a 10 out of 10 for me for Incantation. I love every single Incantation album front to back. I don't give a fuck. Profane Nexus, next to fucking Upon the Mortal Throne of the Nazarene, next to Impending Diabolical Conquest, next to Vanquish and Vengeance, next to fucking the new one, Unholy Deification. I love them all. In fact, Unholy Deification was one of my favorites. Like if I actually have to rank them, that's probably even like my second favorite because for me that song down fucking Concordat is one of my favorite riffs. Literally, just straight up, one of my favorite riffs ever. And that's a new song. That's a 2023 fucking Incantation song. So it's an unfair it's literally an unfair competition. But then again, another band I like way more than Cannibal, Autopsy. Oh yeah, Blasphemy too. That's also one of my faves. My absolute favorite Incantation album is actually Vanquish and Vengeance. And it's mainly because that Legion of This like outro, like it's complete just dissonant fucking, like it becomes noise wall, metal noise wall, like Death Doom noise wall, right? But I mean Blasphemy like the song The Rape Shed is literally entirely based off of the song Once Holy Throne, I believe. The one that goes that little slow melody over like slow kicks. That's based on that song. Literally, like I just copied the same concept, just made a riff slightly different, and there you have The Rape Shed. So that is one of my favorites too, probably Blasphemy. That was one, and actually, what I will say, Blasphemy has my favorite Incantation guitar tone. Like, that guitar tone on Blasphemy, if I could get that on my albums, I would be jacking off to them, essentially. Because that is probably one of my favorite death metal guitar tones ever. Like, that would be in my top 5, probably. What would be my top 5 guitar tones in death metal? Obviously, number 1's this one, Dismember. So HM2, I would call it the HM2 sound, right? Because I wouldn't just have one favorite. Because I love them all, really, when it's HM2. That's my favorite guitar tone, right? But what would be my second favorite guitar tone in death metal? Would it be Incantation Blasphemy? I don't know. I have to think. Oh, you know what? My second favorite guitar tone would probably be Autopsy. I would say Autopsy in general, but they have like a bunch of different guitar tones. But Autopsy's guitar tone is just so disgusting. And it's like, for me, Autopsy is literally tied with Dismember as my absolute all-time favorite, So that's what happened with Autopsy. I'm fucking dying over here to see Autopsy. But they're never coming here. They're just playing festivals in fucking USA. So when people are like, I live in Illinois and they play in Chicago and I can't go. I'm about to throw hands with those people. It's like people in Germany who live in fucking Berlin and they're pissed that they're not playing there, but they're playing next fucking door. Like, oh, you fucking come to me and complain about a fucking 5-hour drive. You see how I fucking... Five-hour drive, I'll be shove that 5-hour drive right up your fucking asshole. Because if 5 hour of a drive is all that was in between me and going to see Autopsy Live, suck my cock sideways. You fucking better bet your fucking ass I would fucking go a fucking 5 hour drive for fucking Autopsy any day if I could, obviously. If I found out about like 1 month out, well shit, I'm probably not gonna be able to. If I found out like 4 months ahead, I'm like, fuck yeah, I can plan for this. It's because this member was influenced by Autopsy's Mental Funeral. That's like their riff Bible, they say. But I don't know. I think Acts of the Unspeakable would be probably my favorite Autopsy guitar tone in terms of the disgustingness. Acts of the Unspeakable just fucking. They need to just change the name because that fucking album's guitar tone speaks to the grind. So it's not unspeakable. It's very speakable, and grind's gonna speak about it. So that's probably my second favorite guitar tone, right? Third would probably be Blasphemy. Not go penis, but Blasphemy, the fucking album by Incantation. What would be my fourth and fifth? Fourth favorite guitar tone would probably be Gateways to Annihilation. Because why wouldn't it be? That's one of my favorite guitar. That's definitely that one. And my fifth favorite guitar tone would probably be the Nile guitar tone on. It's a toss-up, honestly, because Annihilation of the Wicked is not my favorite album by a long stretch in terms of Nile, but it has one of their best guitar tones. That's another band with those cases where it's like, it's not my favorite album, but it's like, that is one of their best guitar tones. But in their Darkened Shrines as well, that guitar tone is just raw and just death metal fucking to the bone. So I think it would be a toss-up between Annihilation of the Wicked and in their Darkened Shrines. If I had the comparison, one of those would be my number 5 favorite guitar tone in death metal. So I was thinking Cryptopsy, None So Vile, but that would probably have to be an honorable mention. It is a damn fucking good guitar tone, but it's like, when I think guitar tone, I'm thinking of the guitar tone that I'm thinking of when I'm thinking of the music. Like, if I think about the music, I think about the guitar tone. And in terms of, like, that album, in a sense. And when I think of None So Vile, I'm not thinking about the guitar tone. I'm thinking about... And I'm thinking about... I'm thinking about... You know, Lord Worm. That's what I'm thinking about, at least. Same for the first album, which I can never remember, but, you know, Open Face Surgery. I've been outclassing the Lord Worm. Lord Worm's been real quiet since the Kraken release, eh? Because, hey, his scream is like, what, 28 seconds? Mine's 30. So, waiting for him. Yeah, I mean, I know. I watch every day. I watch every day because he uploads 12 for me, like 12 p.m., not a.m., because a.m. would be midnight. He uploads 12 p.m. for me, so I'm always like awake and I'm always watching. So I watch every day. I mean, I've been watching J-Dog every day since April of 2023. Yeah, 2023. Since April of 2023, I've been watching every dog video every day, every time he uploads, and I've been watching some of the backlog. So I probably know more about J-Dog than most of you do. And that's not just me flexing, that's just a fact. Because I got into him before he was fully unhinged. Like, he became more unhinged recently than he was in the time I started watching. He was completely different. Like, he was already doing, like, the poser, but he was not as aggressive about it. I know his most aggressive at that time would have been the Hoodie rant. That happened before the April. But that was, like, a once-in-a-lifetime experience, right? Whereas now it's, like, every fucking video is him, you goddamn poser! You know, and I love that. But yeah, I know I think it was just reading comments. It's like, oh, you don't seem to be saying anything fucking stupid. I guess what it's just reading off. I don't even know. Oh yeah, because we was talking about the multiple parts of the Horval brothers, and I was like, the grind will watch, of course, and he kind of laughed at that, found it a little funny because I fucking know the dog. In terms of his lingo and all that shit, I mean, I'm a dog expert. I'm a doglish expert. There's some times where people have been like, what the fuck is the dog saying here? And I was like, let me just listen here. Oh yeah, he's saying this. Because I've gotten so used to his fucking sometimes because he gets really fucking excited. But a lot of them would be interviews. But what would be my top? Like my number one favorite video would probably be the hardest to pick, honestly. Like of J Dog, it would not be an interview. I'm pretty sure. My favorite J Dog video, like favorite, like the one I could watch every day. Probably the one with the hoodie rant, right? Because that's the iconic fucking poser rant. Because he talks about Mike Wojcicki and the bass player from Leviticity, Big Papa, in that video as well. So he talks about that with like the yo flapper and looks straight out the fucking court, just a poser, and then he talks about the hoodie rant. So that's probably my number one absolute fucking favorite when he's talking about both of those, because that's just like a gem in history. It's like a historical gem. It's like the Altars of Madness of J-Dog videos. My second favorite J-Dog video would probably be the interview he did with Vomitory, because the one guy who was like big beard was just so drunk all the time. He was being homosexual 24/7. It was the gayest thing I think I've ever seen, and I thought I was gay. I look at myself in the mirror every day and think about that guy from Vomitory, and I'm like, I should be ashamed. Should have known. There's way gayer people out there, and I have some fucking work to do before people think I'm gay. In comparison to the fucking Vomitory guy, holy fuck, that guy was gay. Like that's like, there's no fucking doubt in my mind that guy would suck a cock. And third favorite would be the Will Romer interview. Because I love the Will Romer interview. It's literally the first of its fucking kind. Fourth would be the Glenn Benton interview. And actually, no. Fourth would definitely be the Paul Ledney series. I'm going to just group them all into one. But the best one is probably the one where he calls out Varg and is like, oh yeah, I did this hat first. and he's like shouting out Absu, because Absu is a US black metal band. And it's just fucking awesome. So I fuck with him on that one. So Paul Ledney fucking interview would be my fourth favorite. And then my fifth favorite would probably be the Glenn Benton interview. Because the Glenn Benton interview, he went above and beyond. And I missed your message. My favorite, Chuck Schuldiner betrayed. Yeah, I love that title because I agree. And it's funny because I don't disagree at all. Because one stopped playing death metal and started doing prog, and one kept playing death metal. Whether you like it or not, I don't give a fuck. Especially not the newest album. Killing for Revenge is, whether you fucking like it or not, I think it's my... Hold on, because I know Forbidden My Paranormal Mind, those are my number one. My number two is the Denial album. Number three is probably Killing for Revenge by 6 Feet Under, so the newest one. Number four is number four is Ka'ai, Tales from the Land of Fire. I forgot. It's been a while. The Ka'ai album by Paul Kreutz. And then my fifth favorite is Nocturnus AD Unicursal. That Nocturnus album literally fucking sponge-led was why I started watching constantly. When my first video was something like Slipknot posters never listened to Nunslaughter. Yeah, that's My first video that I watched like on my own and not like when my boyfriend had fucking played the DSI, like, oh, if you don't like DSI, you don't play like death metal. He played that on his phone, right, over like fucking Discord. The first video I watched on my own was the one he did in the airport. It's like flipping over canoes in the airport or something. He's just on his laptop filming at the fucking airport. It's just fucking hilarious. Like, why dogs over there, the airport, man, sitting in there like, I don't know what's up with this posers, and you're fucking at the airport. Just fucking so silly. But that was the first one I watched, and I think after that I just kept watching the newer ones that he uploaded. Cause yeah, and I got derailed as a motherfucker. But yeah, the lead dog, and he's like, oh yeah, I like SpongeBob. That's just funny. But I mean, it's just. I mean, he's not one of those, no gay black metal guys. Like, yes, he doesn't like gay black metal. He likes the, rough and tough U.S. black metal. He might enjoy blasphemy, for example. The war metal because that's more brutal. Yeah, the silence. And the, you know, he does, but he's a. I get the vibe that he's a family man. I mean, he probably is. He probably does have a wife and a kid, but he's a family dad. He's a dad. He's got dad energy. Really, he doesn't seem like someone. If you're gonna go up to him and crack a joke about him off on the Bible, he's not gonna punch you in the face. For example, if you're calling him Uncle Ledney or something, he's not gonna be pissed and be like, "Whoa, what the hell you saying? What the hell you calling me Uncle Ledney?" Blah, blah. He's not gonna be like fucking Uncle Glenn Benton. It's like, "Whoa, you call me an uncle? I'm not your fucking uncle. I'm your enemy." He's fucking, I love Glenn Benton for his fucking standoffishness though. That's definitely like, yeah, he is just overall chill guy. Like he's like, yeah, he's strict with what he actually likes. He's not gonna go fucking listen to Slipknot. He's gonna tell you he's not gonna listen to Slipknot and fucking probably very actively dislike Slipknot. But it's not gonna be like, you listen to Slipknot, you're a fucking poser. You should go kill yourself, faggot. He's not gonna say that. It's not one of those guys. Neither am I. But that's just the way I am. I can't speak for others. Drink to that, right? What else do I have? Don't ask me what my favorite whiskey is, because it's Jim Beam and Jack Daniels. And then you got J.P. Weissers. This is a really good bang for your buck, J.P. Weissers. It's a Canadian whiskey. Whiskey. And little voice cracks are going to happen. But the funny thing about this whiskey is it says it's aged in virgin white oak. Okay, pretty standard. But it says, but get this. This is a Canadian whiskey, right? Canadian whiskey. American bourbon. They done fucked up. They can't even make another Canadian whiskey. They have to use American barrels, to get the fucking taste out there. But you know what? Grind's not complaining, because this is a fucking cheap bourbon that tastes like fucking in the vein of Jim Beam, And then some Canadian whiskey casks, which is, wow, great fucking. And then, 10 years, triple barrel, aged for 10 years. I don't give a fuck. I fucking mix this with whiskey and Coke. But yeah. I think the funniest dog beef ever is actually not the metal. Wait, what was that? Oh, that's a good one. JB Bob it's like, where the fuck did he go? He's probably just busy with school reality-wise, because he's like a younger guy. You can hear in his voice. But man, his videos need to make a fucking comeback, dude. Because these videos are just so, like, he might not realize this, but his videos are very well thought out. They're very well thought out, and just really well crafted. Like, his jokes have good punchlines, And like even the weaker videos is like, yeah, it's like sure it's a weaker video, but it's like whatever, really. And he is confirmed by Lapalik, the L Dog or the Bearded Menace. Uh, he is a British individual who, for some reason, moved to the shithole of Romania. So he moved from one shithole to the other, which is like, how the fuck did that happen? I guess his parents must have some disability that goes in the family blood. Beats me. But yeah, so that's why he can do the Australian accent really well. But I mean, he's apparently a British person, but he does a fucking mean American accent, right? He fucking like when my favorite fucking line in his American accent is like, "What do you mean don't fit the bill?" When he's like doing the Dave Vincent, it's like, this kid is just a master of fucking accents. You know, the Portal one was the Australian one. It's like, oh yeah, I'm back in the house, mate. You know, I can't do a Australian accent. I can only do like British because it's easy. British accent is just easy. It's not refined. It's not the Queen's fine English. It's just fucking piss easy, really. There's nothing complicated to it. they want to say otherwise, but they're fucking simpletons down there. Fucking, I mean, up there. I guess they're more up north than I am. Maybe right now it would be on the same height as London. I think it would be colder actually in London. But you know, there's a southern fucking part of. I wonder if the most southern city in England is like normal weather. I've never looked it up because I don't plan on going there even for a fucking vacation. Because oh wow, yikes and godsooks! You think fucking going to Great Britain is a fucking vacation? Whoo! That's not a vacation. That's a punishment. In my fucking that's like if I'm going there, it's for business only. Brah brah. What do you mean going to fucking there for vacation? Vacation's like going fucking America. America. That's true. I want to go to a vacation to America. I want to stop by New York so I can dap up Barry from that Goat Metal show. He's a cool fucking guy. And, you know, he's got that blood, that Latino blood in him. You know, he's got that goat mentis. He's got that goat in him. And I want to go to Texas because that's where Nick is. And just overall, I think Texas is just like, it's true. Texas is like, it used to be its own country, but Texas is still like its own country in a way. Pretty much because everything is like fucking different from the rest of the world. Essentially, in Texas. I mean, you can that's why it is a bad thing that the Californians were moving to Austin or something like that, because like Austin, Texas, that's not for you. That's for Texas and people who want to be American, free speech. I'll get to sadistic intent. I actually have a good answer for that. Well, good answer. Who I don't know about good answer, but I have an answer. But Texas is like when you take America and just suck out everything that has anything to do with American out of every other state and just fucking lunch it into one state, and then you have fucking Texas. Texas is just like America times two. It's America squared, essentially, Texas. And that's even with Alabama in mind, with all the sister fucking. I mean, you can fuck as many sisters as you want. You will never be as American as fucking Texas is. Holy fucking screw these yikes and godsooks, they are fucking American with it. And I'm also stealing that from fucking Dog. The yikes and godsooks. I gotta say that more often because that was really fun to say. And oh my heavens, fuck, the dog dead. So yeah, I want to go to Texas, but oh. wipe off the sweat. We need to say a prayer for our friend here. He is in very great need of having a prayer. Having to my that's gonna be rough. uh, but sadistic intent. I can probably I can tell you like this. I know I've heard. What the fuck did I listen to? I listened to something, and I know it's like it's right up that alley. It's more like this. It's more brutal, more second generation death metal. Like in the sense that like what Deicide did is not first generation death metal. Like more Angel. It's like just like the very extreme of first generation death metal, where the entry point of first generation is like 7 churches. You know, so we have a good measurement. And then Deicide is like when you start getting into like the 90s, second generation, starts getting fucking brutal. So this intent falls into the more brutal shit. I know them more from the recent live video the dog posted, but I mean, will I like them when I listen to them? Yes, I will. I like. I don't even need to like. It's literally this clip. I'm looking at this. I see what it looks like. I know I'm gonna like it. Basically, it's like there's no way I'm not gonna like it. It's just everything checks out. The logo is like rough and tough but readable. The fucking album covers are fucking rough and tough, but you know what the fuck it is. And everything just screams death metal. Yeah, it's good shit. It's just I have to get to it first. Essentially, it's the same shit as with Christian. I knew I was gonna like Christian, but I didn't know how much because I didn't fucking listen to him yet. So when I go and listen to fucking that first Christian, Black Force Domain, I'm like, genuinely fucking my jaw's on the fucking floor and making a hole in the ground. Holy fuck skis, those fucking drums. And I'm gonna say it, they've never been as brutal and as insane intense as they were on Black Force Domain on the later albums. Even Conquerors of Armageddon, it's not as insane. Like that evil mastermind fucking drum solo, nothing's even come close to that fucking insanity, which is courtesy of fucking Max. Holy fuck, that guy can lay down a mean fucking drum track. No fucking doubt about it. That guy knows how to fucking play extreme fucking death metal drumming. But yeah, that's just basically that. And then the album cover, Apocalyptic Revelation. It's supposed to be Jesus upside down going into a furnace. Just for anyone who hasn't heard that yet, because I know that's a common thing. That people are like, what the fuck is this? I thought it was like a machine or something, at first. But it's a furnace, and then it's like an upside down, like transparent picture of Jesus, like with its head first going into a furnace, which is just cool. It's more cool when you know what the fuck you're looking for, but But yeah, overall, just death metal. Death metal is my main forte. I wish I had more shit in my collection, but really what's gonna happen is next week I'm gonna talk to the social workers and basically just we're gonna see what's gonna happen. We're gonna get a internship that's supposed to lead to a job, and in 1st of November I'm moving to my own apartment for the first time. So there's a lot of bullshit happening, so I don't even know if I will be able to buy any more records this year, like even CDs, because those are cheap, but I don't know, because I'll have to, get food first, essentially, and groceries. I think I'll get a care package from my dad in terms of, like, the first month. He'll probably supply me with the first month of food, but after that, I gotta prioritize, because the first month is, like, I might get to live a little bit, but then I'm gonna find out and, go as I see what happens as I go. And, I'm gonna work and be at the apartment, but I'm hoping that that goes well, because I will probably need the day off to fucking do that work. Moving in, probably need the day off for that. But yeah, I'm gonna finish my this now and start drinking because me and the Municipal Waste guitar pick are dying to get drunk. I need to get drunk. I need to get drunk. So, really, great show, great day, great trip, good vacation. Lots of shit's gonna happen. My album is already done, but it's gonna release officially next year in January. So look forward to that, and that's that essentially. I'm gonna go get drunk. Yes.